I got my air conditioner on, so I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. So if you can't hear it or it sounds distorted, just let me know. I'll check on it eventually, the message. So I'm gonna give it a minute, see if anybody come in. I keep reminding myself to remember that I'm driving, because I be spacing out when I'm driving. I go into a whole different dimension. That shit is so irresponsible. Okay. Okay. Grand day. It's 4 o'clock here in the afternoon. And I wanted to give another message out. I know I put a lot of videos up today, but I wanted to, oh my God, I'm so tired. I wanted to get this message out before I forgot. And I'm actively forgetting right now while I'm fucking trying to say it. That happens when you go in the spirit world and do work. You can't keep those memories too often. So on a vision quest that I did last week, I was told a lot of things personally for myself. I was told that I had finally graduated, and everything just is up now. It's no more work. I don't have to do any more work. None of that hard work that I was doing. So that's good. But then they was reiterating the Pearl Demon. Now, a few trips back, I told y'all about the Pearl Demon that was sent to our Aboriginal families to destroy them. And each Pearl Demon has its own technique on how he goes about attacking this particular family. And when they showed them to me, it was maybe hundreds of thousands of Pearl Demons next to a family. So they showed the family to me like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So the families were sleeping in the bed and these demons were hovering around them. So that's how it was revealed to me. Now, while I was in there, yeah, see, some of that is personal. So let me try to make this work. The Pearl Demon definitely attacked my family. But when I started to ask questions about this thing, who didn't on the surface look evil or against or an adversary or just something that would make you concerned. When I say pearl, I fucking mean pearl. They are pearls, and they're designed in the form of a human, but the human would be like Gumby. It was a cartoon show back in the 80s or 90s, and it was called Gumby. It was like that type of body, but the body was made up of all pearls. And they told me, you can get rid of the pearl by just popping it, and there will be no more life to it. And I thought to myself, none of that really makes sense, but I'm definitely going to get to, it's going to come to me when it needs to come to me. So, excuse me. Oh my goodness. So I'm having a conversation with Augustus, and I'm telling him about this trip I had. And sorry, I'm trying to watch for traffic. Yeah, that's smart, nigga. Go behind. I should do that shit. So when I was talking to Augustus about this part of my trip, and I said they told me it was so very easy. And I said to him, you know, I've never in my entire life liked pearls. I'm not an aficionado of pearls. I don't think they're beautiful and delicate. I don't think anything special about pearls. And for me to be a dolphin of the sea, you would think, oh, that's kind of weird or whatever. But I really don't like pearls. I didn't have them in my wedding. I don't wear them as jewelry. I don't have them in my clothing. I am not a person that attaches herself to pearls. So when I was telling him how I felt about the pearls, he said, well, you know, pearls ain't nothing but snot. And I said, the snot of the clan? And he said, yeah, it's snot. Now, their ancestors said, pop the pearl. If you pop the pearl demon no longer has hold on the family. I said, nigga, say it ain't so. It can't be that simple, can it? Can it really be that simple to get rid of the pearl demon by detoxing the body of all mucus? If there's a body, you gotta drink all of it in one fucking day. So this is just making me think. Ooh, child, look at that. Yes, honey. Y'all can't see what's happening to me right now, but it's some supernatural shit happening to me right now because I'm not supposed to be giving you a message that I'm giving you. But nonetheless, you know, I never stop what I'm doing. I keep it moving. I stay the task. I stay on course. And the mission is to get the family back in line, get us back on track. The earlier message today was about trust. Trusting the male species to do what he's supposed to. This message is about the pearl demon so that you can know that, yeah, you see your family is under attack. Your family is under attack for sure. So how do you stop it? Then we can move more effectively, strategically. Now, if we're going to do the detoxing of the mucus in our body, we really need a date and a time. I hear y'all. They want us to set a date and a time where all of us are detoxing from mucus in the same week, the same time, in the same format. Because if we do it together all at once, then we'll all come back all the way online all at once and this ends. The hold that this corporation of the however families working it is great. It's great. It's a massive hold that they have on your thoughts. And until you start thinking for yourself, this continues. This continues. My cousin, I was on the phone with my cousin yesterday. We had such a good conversation. A few years ago, I want to say back in 2015, I had gave her first crystals, and one of those crystals was Moldavite. And she pretty much been woke ever since then to a lot of shit. And so she has she called me and she said, I was thinking, well, is there a curse on the family? Because everything happens to the family females, generation after generation. And I said, well, which particular incident are you talking about? And she was like, not being married. I said, but that's not true. Most of the people in our family married. And then I went down the fucking line. And yes, all of these people are married. But they're all the men in our family. All the men have made it for a lifetime. And then I started to think, what the fuck? I never paid attention to that. She said every time one of the Lindsay women get married, the marriage ends. And then she went down the line and said, this is a little bit graphic, so I hope y'all kids not in the room. Move them or turn me off. So she goes down the line and she thinks about all the Lindsay women, all of our attributes. And she says, well, all of us is smart as shit. All of us is gorgeous. She was talking about our Native American structures to our face is evident on every single female in our family. You know that that's a Lindsay just by the cheekbone. So we all agreed on that. Then she said, and we all got bomb ass pussy. She said, go down the line. And I said, okay, check. And she said, so if we checking all these boxes, if we have the intelligence, we have the smarts, the wits, we have the skill of attack, that is one thing that my family women are big on. We are big on battle. And she said she was wondering if it's because the women in our family are so warrior spirited. Is that why these current men don't stick around? And then I went back to this story that my husband told me about. I gotta start saying Augustus. I'm so used to calling him my husband. But this story that he told me. Damn, I just lost it. Hold on. Fuck. I got sidetracked with that husband shit. It'll come back to me. So when we went down the line and we was trying to figure out what is going on with the relationships and the marriage of our women in the family. And I said, but my mom was married to my dad for 30 years. And she said, then they got a divorce. And I said, oh, yeah. And then I said, what about Grandma Letty? She was married? She said, yeah, but her husband died. So I'm thinking about this movie that Augustus told me about. He told me this great story. It was an Asian movie, I think Korean. It's not in English. You would have to read it. It's on either Prime or Netflix. But it's about how you get reincarnated. And then all of your lives, how you keep coming back into different body forms and shit. And how you go through curses. And how a family is cursed. And it showed that shit. I'm gonna get the information on the name of that movie if y'all want to see it from him. We'll figure it out. But I was thinking, the person that cursed our family, yeah, see, they're showing me, let's see, my mom, I think. So 4, what they're telling me from my bloodline is that curse got into the family from my great-grandmother's great-grandmother. That line is where it started. It started then. So I have to go back now and start doing some research on that family member. That's where that curse came from. Now, what I was saying to my cousin is, just because somebody curse you, it don't necessarily mean that they're cursing you in love. You know what I mean? Like in hate, or for love, for you not to find love, or cursing you to never have a child, or cursing you to be fat and unattractive. It's not like that. It don't have to play out like that. Like your karma, it doesn't, if you go fuck your girlfriend husband, your karma is not going to come back somebody fucking your husband. It's going to come back to you the way it feel like coming back to you. So if this person says, I curse you and your whole bloodline that you never find happiness. Happiness is different for everybody else. So if you ain't happy in your relationship, then that person has won. If you're not happy at your job, that person has won. Do y'all understand where I'm going with this? These curses and these spells are not that fucking complicated for y'all to comprehend. Everything is a spell. If you're reading the stop sign is controlling you, telling your ass to stop. Is that what you want to do? Or is that what you're being told to do? So that would mean that you are under someone's spell. And a spell is words. If we can get rid of this pearl demon by simply getting rid of the mucus in our bodies, and it will correct the closeness that we have with our family members, and it will decrease the anger and rage that we have towards our family members, why wouldn't you do it? At the end of the day, I feel like none of this shit matters. You can have all the fucking answers. Oh, I know I should go. See how I be getting distracted? I'm like a fucking dog at the dog park. Yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, y'all. My bad. It'll come back. I was talking about the mucus and what you're willing to do. I think that none of us really are willing to change anything about ourselves. Like when you go to work for somebody, you want to perform at your best so you can get recognized, so that you can get another dollar for your paycheck, right? Why are you not willing to do that for yourself? I do not, literally, no matter what my financial circumstances is outside of my life, I do not have the time to work. I don't have the time to go to school. It is exhausting administering my estate. If you are taking control of your estate, there is so many actions you have to file. You don't got time to be working nobody else's plan. If you're working on rebuilding your health and the structure, the molecular, now I don't know why y'all telling me to say that shit. You know I can't even pronounce that fucking word. The molecular, whatever structure of your body. It takes time. This is why they want y'all working. This is why you're trained at school when you're a minor, when you're a baby. You gotta be ready to give 8 hours of your day to a corporation with no lunch and no break, so that you'll be so fucking exhausted and tired once you do have the time to be in your place, so that you can work on your health, your mind, your spirit, and your own estate. One day, you all will just simply stop and think. Stop being so fucking obsessed with being able to pay a bill. How come you're not obsessed about getting your fucking family estate back? How come you're not obsessed about getting the artifacts the Vatican got in the basement from your motherfucking family? How come you're not obsessed about the gold that they got in the fucking bank, that you're supposed to be accessing the properties of the gold so that you can live the life you're supposed to live because your fucking ancestors put that money up for it? I'm just curious. What will it take for you to get rid of the pearl demon and all the other parasites in you? I told y'all earlier, it's not about being vegan. It's not about being a meatitarian. It's not about being a breathitarian. No matter what you do, they can get into you. They can get into you. They also told me another way to get these bots out, these worms in y'all. They showed me that every time you put a Bluetooth headset on, they're downloading some kind of worm in your brain. And you can get this out. You can short it out, they said, by submerging yourself in salt water. So if you go into the ocean and you stay under... look at them trying to stop me, give me this message. You stay under in the ocean as long as you can hold your breath. and it will short out that little robotic fucking worm they put in you from that Bluetooth device. Okay, that's number one. They said this can also be accomplished by submerging yourself in a wild river, like a river wild, to kind of have the white water rafting type shit on there. Submerge yourself under that water until you can't breathe no more, and keep doing it until you feel better, and it shorts out these bugs they have in you. Also, they told me to tell you to take your index finger, run your index finger around your mouth, the interior of your mouth. I want you to feel on the gum part of your mouth. They showed me some kind of copper device that's implanted in your mouth. Yes. It was put in your mouth. This particular device was put in your mouth from the dentist, not food you're eating. So rub your finger around, and if you feel anything that's off, make note of it. Okay? You don't want to go into a panic when you start finding these chips in your body, okay? You just want to mark it so you know what to do and when to do it. Okay? Also, they said, in your face, rub your hands all over your face. Feel your skin, your body, the texture, the temperature. If anything feels like you got hit, like is sore, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you got a needle there, and that's how I feel after you get a needle. Anything that's out of the ordinary. Like, I shouldn't have a soft spot, a weak spot in my jawline because I haven't had any dental work done. If you feel like something happened to you but nothing happened to you, that's where they implanted you. So make note of it. These are all the downloads and information that they told me I have to tell y'all. I am the messenger, and the messenger is not importante. I keep telling y'all that. So you don't have to like me or what I stand for. If that shit hits you somewhere, take it and run with it. Okay? I'm trying to remember where the fuck I'm going. I had to pull over. I think I'm going backwards. Yeah. Kelly Johnson. I think I know where I'm going. Ooh, Jesus. So, the Pearl Demon was something I absolutely have to keep reiterating to y'all. If you go and tap in and meditate, it always worked through the water for me. I don't know how it's going to work for somebody else, but inside of any water portal, any type of water, I can go anywhere I want. I can get any information I want to get. As long as it don't have no man-made material aspect to it, I can do whatever I want. So however y'all need to get the message in from internally, you need to do that. My message will always be to love yourself and to know thyself. If you know thyself, you will never fall for this bullshit. Ashe.